Locals are being priced out of the market. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, because we're going to talk about a recent article from Yahoo Finance, which is just highlighting the fact that locals are being priced out of the regional housing market as prices, well, double the growth that we are seeing in the cities. That's just nuts. So let's start off by having a look at just capital city prices. You can see they've gone up now. You know, all houses $1 million, 3-bedders $964. If we look at those including the regions, you can see they've also gone up 672, 594,000. And we'll have a look at, this is for Wollongbar, just northern New South Wales, and I'm highlighting that because they declared a housing emergency recently, where people are sleeping rough. Look at that. So September, 640 grand. Now all houses $893,000. Now I don't blame people for wanting to move to northern New South Wales. Not at all. It's beautiful there. We got married here in this town. You know, great way to save money, guys. Well, at least it was. Do a regional wedding. Here's the units. Look at units heading down. This is the rental prices, everyone. Look at that. Look how they're surging as well. Wow, for a 3-bedroom house, it's just going crazy. $570. Now, this is the media release regarding people sleeping rough from the Tweed Shire Council. Council has declared a housing emergency in the Tweed due to lack of availability and affordability. Now, Council highlighted the lack of affordability and available housing in the Tweed back in 2018. So they've been aware of this issue since that time. Now, my challenge to the Tweed Council is, what have they done to improve the ability for developers to get stock on the market, to make it easier for people to extend their homes, to make it easier for people to build, to split blocks, to densify, to get more cheaper housing there? Have they been able to do that? Have they? Or has it been a bunch of not in my backyard councillors wanting to keep everything exactly the same and not realizing that things will sometimes change? You can't have it both ways, guys. If you're having people flooding in from out of town, driving up the cost, you're all going to reap the rewards, but there are going to be some people that are pushed out of that community. That's a sad reality. So if they were aware of it since 2018, looks like they haven't done much to alleviate it, does it? So I'm a little skeptical of the council there, and what viewers have told me, yeah, apparently they've got a nutcase greenie running the show down there, so we'll see. But anyway, people are indeed being pushed out of the market, and you know, they're going to have to move. It's gentrification, guys. It happens everywhere, sadly. It's just how it is. So locals are priced out as regional homes double city price growth. Let's have a look at this. Long-time locals risk being priced out of their hometowns as Australia's regional housing markets record value growth double that of capital cities. Australia's regional market has seen home price growth 13% over the last 12 months compared to 6.4% in the capital cities. This can partly be explained by the new popularity of remote and flexible working arrangements, but also increased demand for lifestyle-orientated properties and holiday homes, CoreLogic Research Director Tim Lawless said. What do you reckon, everyone? Do you think this is going to be a long-term trend of people making the green change? Will people be able to work remotely and work home? Will that be a long-term thing, or is it going to fizzle out? Don't get me wrong, I love working at home. I can't handle traffic anymore whenever I have to drive out and take the kids somewhere, and if it's in peak hour, I'm on the phone to Rachel going, with hands-free in the car, of course, what's going on? Why is there traffic everywhere? She goes, it's peak hour, Florian. I'm spoiled now. And I didn't have much of a commute. But the thing is, if you're moving out to the regions and you realize it doesn't work, well, then you could be stuck with a pretty decent commute. I've heard of that happening. So no doubt the more affordable housing options across many of Australia's regional markets is another incentive. In April, there was a $247,000 difference between the median value of capital city dwellings and regional dwellings, where you get more bang for your buck. You can go to a region which can have a lot of the same facilities that you're used to in the city. Maybe you're not that far away. I mean, if you go to Wollongbar, you're not that far from the Gold Coast. everyone. You know, you're not that far from Brisbane. You could go there for a day if you needed to. But you've got all the benefits. As long as you got internet fast enough, a lot of people could work there with a better quality of life. However, that's not the case everywhere. The median house value across the northern New South Wales Byron Council area has now hit 1.4 million, making it more expensive than houses in Greater Sydney area, where the median price is 1.147 million. Well, I think you'd rather live in Byron, honestly. I mean, Byron, it's funny. It's got this whole hippie type of community vibe, but you've got these multimillionaires living there now. Yeah. While surging values are probably good news for homeowners in the region, for those that don't own a home, affordability is being stretched, Lourdes said, particularly for long-time locals whose incomes are unlikely to rise at anywhere near the pace of house price appreciation. They may be forced to seek out housing options further afield. It's unlikely regional areas will see value growth slow, he added. Regional housing markets remain well placed to record higher than average levels of demand, especially those markets that are located close enough to capital cities to provide a commuting option, and those lifestyle markets that are popular with sea and tree changes. So the best performing regional markets have been named. Richmond, Tweed in New South Wales saw a yearly growth of 21.9% for standalone housing, making it the fastest growing regional areas. 21% growth, everyone, for property. It also recorded the highest yearly growth in unit values, up 15.5%. In Western Australia, Bunbury saw sales volumes increase 51.4% for houses, while Central Queensland saw unit sales increase 76%. And in Victoria, Ballarat is seeing houses sell after 24 days on the market on average, making it the fastest selling regional market, 24 days. Northeast Tasmania and Lonnie were the fastest selling markets for units. They're units in Launceston. I guess I haven't been there for a decade. With apartments also being snapped up after 24 days on average. So there you go, everyone. This isn't just northern New South Wales. This isn't all the regions. I mean, I'm hearing the same thing anecdotally from the Gold Coast, where it's just difficult getting rentals. Rents are getting more expensive. Remember, people are leaving Danistan. They're leaving New South Wales. A lot of them are going to the regions. A lot of them are coming up here to Queensland. So what is the solution to this, guys? We need to advocate for local and state governments to increase housing supply. There needs to be more housing on there. You need to realize if you're voting for the not in my backyard, for the restriction of development, the restriction of housing, well, there's going to be scarcity, the price is going to be pushed up, particularly if demand increases, and then you're going to have to push out some people out of your area. It's going to be gentrified. So you've got to realize how do you want it, guys? You can't have it both ways. Don't vote for parties that limit development. We're seeing the Greens. You know, they're prattling on about housing affordability and want to build a Soviet-style, government housing, social housing, which is not the solution. You don't want a populace dependent on the state. That's very dangerous. That's the path down to authoritarian socialism there. You want people with enough individual agency, skill, and capability to be able to buy their own house. It'd just be nice if the government stopped using housing as the piñata to stimulate the economy and maybe looked at scaling down some of the rubbish they do. But, baby steps, everyone. So, what do you think? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can sign up for SelfWealth or Stake, where if you sign up for SelfWealth, we'll each get 5 free share trades, or for Stake, when you fund your account, we'll each get a free share. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.